Attention please by Roald Dahl. Attention please. Don't dare to talk, don't dare to sneeze, don't doze or dare dream. Stay awake, your health, your very life's at stake. Ho ho, you say they can't mean me. Aha, we answer, wait and see. Did any of you ever meet a child called Gully Pinklesweet, who on her 7th birthday went to stay with Granny down in Kent? At lunchtime on the second day of dearest little Goldie's stay, Granny announced,
I'm going down to do some shopping in the town.
Do you know why Granny didn't tell the child to come along as well? She's going to the nearest inn to buy herself a double chin. So out she creeps, she shuts the door, and Goldie, after making sure she's really by herself, goes quickly to the medicine shelf. And there her little greedy eyes see pills of every shape and size. Such fascinating colors too. Some green, some pink, some brown, some blue. Alright, she says, let's try the brown. She takes one pill and gulps it down. Yum, yum, she cries, hooray, what fun! They're chocolate coated, everyone. She gobbles 5, she gobbles 10. She stops her gobbling only when the last pill's gone. There are no more. Slowly, she rises from the floor. She stops, she hiccups. Dear, oh dear, she starts to feel a trifle queer. You see, how could young Goldie know? For nobody had told her so, that grandmama from her old relation suffered from frightful constipation. This meant every night she'd give herself a powerful laxative. And all the medicines that she'd bought were naturally of this sort. The pink and red and blue and green were all extremely strong and mean. But far more fierce and meaner still was Granny's little chocolate pill. Its blast effect was quite uncanny. It used to shake up even Granny. In point of fact, she'd not dare to use them more than twice a year. So, can you wonder, little Goldie began to feel a wee bit moldy? Inside her tummy, something stirred. A funny gurgling sound was heard. And then, oh dear, from deep within the ghastly rumbling sounds begin. The floorboard shake, and from the wall some bits of paint and plaster fall. Explosions, whistles, awful bangs were followed by the loudest clangs. A man next door was heard to say, a thunderstorm is on the way. But on and on the rumbling goes. A window cracks, a lamp bulb blows. This was, we very greatly fear, the understatement of the year. Wouldn't any child feel crummy with loud explosions in her tummy? Granny at 2:30 came in, waving a little from the gin. But even so, she quickly saw the empty bottle on the floor. My precious laxatives, she cried. I don't feel well, the girl replied. Angrily, Grandma shook her head. I'm not really surprised, she said. Why can't you leave my pills alone? With that, she grabbed the telephone and shouted, listen, send us quick, an ambulance, a child is sick. It's number 50 Fontway Road, come fast, I think she might explode. And be sure you do not wish to hear about the hospital and where they did a lot of horrid things with stomach pumps and rubber rings. Let's answer what you want to know. Did Goldie live or did she go? The doctors gathered round her bed. There's really not much hope, they said. And all at once she opened wide her great big bluish eyes and sighed and gave the anxious dogs a wink. I'll be okay, I think. So Goldie lived, and back she went at first to Granny's place in Kent. Her father came the second day and fetched her in a Chevrolet and drove her to their home in Dover. But Goldie's troubles were not over. You see, if one takes enough of this highly dangerous stuff, one will invariably find some traces of it left behind. It pains us greatly to relate of Goldie's little dreadful fate. She'd taken such a massive fill of this unpleasant kind of pill. It got into her blood and bones and messed up all her chromosomes. It constantly made her upset, but she could never really get that beastly stuff to go away. So the girl was forced to say 7 hours every day in the everlasting room of what we call the ladies' room. And after all, the WC, it's not the gayest place to be. So before it's too late, take head of Goldie's dreadful fate. And seriously, all jokes apart, do promise across your heart, you'd never help yourself to medicine from the medicine shelf.